First things first, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, SDS is going to have a gameplay update stream where they will go ahead and focus on pitching, hitting, and fielding. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you guys can't watch the stream tomorrow, don't worry. I will be uploading a recap on this channel, so make sure you guys go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, turn on the channel notifications, and hit that like button as well. Let's aim for 30 likes on this video. Now, they are also revealing a new legend. I showed you guys the preview of that legend. Tomorrow we will be getting that legend revealed. I want to see what are your thoughts on who it could be. Leave it down in the comment section. Now, I want to discuss two important aspects of Diamond Dynasty that I believe should be worked on in order to improve it and attract more players to use in those two aspects. They're going to be events and exchanges, and I'm here to tell you how we can go ahead and make them a whole lot better. Now, SDS isn't paying me to do this. I wish I, could get paid to do it, but I don't work for them at the end of the day. I'm just a kid living in a room with great ideas at the end of the day, if we really think about it. But before we even jump into that, check out the description. Have all my socials linked there. I have all my other MLB The Show channels linked there, as well as my Discord and Twitch where we stream MLB The Show every single day at 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys go ahead and check all of that out. So when it comes to events, let's jump into it instantly. Events, the first thing they need to do is add more unique team builds in order to attract a lot more players. In the beginning of this year's cycle, I believe they had an event that included diamond players, but the problem that they did is they made it so you could go ahead and have your 99 overall Chipper Jones playing, your 99 overall Alfonso Soriano playing, and then your 99 overall David Ortiz playing, because they made it where it would require a max team overall in order to enter instead a max player overall. So when I say unique builds, the first thing I would like them to do is implement a lot more unique max player overalls. So maybe sometimes you do max player overall and 87 overall, and I wouldn't even do this inside of the game's early phase. I would do this later on when there are more widely available 87 overalls, let's say for example, or diamonds in general. In the early phases of the game, I would go ahead and make unique events that revolve around, hey, if the game just started, let's make the cap 74 overall. So everyone would be using bronzes, and we would get a chance to see which bronzes are good, not only to use in Battle Royale, but just which bronzes could go ahead and start in our ranked seasons team. If we have a budget team, we can go ahead and do the second event, max the overall out at the highest silver level, and then continue on with the gold, do the same thing, and then diamonds do the same thing. But instead of doing max team overalls, make it where it's unique max player overalls. And also, once we get an abundant amount of players from a certain set, for example, we have 50 rookie players and 50 veteran players, do unique events where it's like rookie players against veteran players, and you would have to use a rookie set for hitters only and then veteran set for pitchers only, and it doesn't have a max team overall. You can use diamonds and all of that, but if you want to make it even more unique, you break it up into two phases, one where it does have a max team overall or max player overall, and then one where it doesn't, and that allows people to use all the cards, and then that allows people to use the budget cards of those sets. I think it would be great additions to the game, and it would just go ahead and allow people to go ahead and play events a lot more and look forward to events a lot more, because the more uniqueness you bring to it, the better it's gonna be, the more attraction, and the less amount of diamonds in events, unless once again there is an abundant amount of widely available diamonds in the game, the more funner it's going to be, because it's going to feel like it's more on an even playing field. If I wanted to go ahead and face a team full of diamonds, I would just queue up to ranked seasons every single time and not events. Events I play for fun and to see what uniqueness it can bring. Another thing that I believe they could go ahead and add to this to make it a whole lot better is upgrade your competitive reward system. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the streak rewards 3, 6, 9, and 12. I think that they should make it where the 3, 6, 9, and 12 all give you a singular Team Affinity Showdown Voucher pack, and this is a universal Showdown Voucher pack for whichever season we are in. So if you get an excess amount, I got the perfect solution for it inside the exchange section. But keep that in mind, because a lot of players actually hate offline grinding, and they will do whatever it takes to not play offline because they feel like it messes up with their online timing and the way they go ahead and chase pitches offline as opposed to online, and it just messes with their hitting overall. So I think a great solution to this would be to add Showdown Vouchers to events. It would bring a lot more players into events, therefore bringing a lot more good players and a lot more bad players and creating a much more competitive environment. Now all of this could be said and then they hit us with a slap in the face and mini seasons to replace these events, and it's just a much more funner version of events, and it could be everything I'm talking about right now, or mini seasons could be a completely different game mode. I'm gonna go ahead and try to dedicate a video to mini seasons and what I believe it could be, because that is something that was included in the game description that nobody knows exactly what it is about just yet. Another thing they could do in terms of their reward system is the overall rewards, and I'm not talking about doing this for the first event because you will see it does not make any sense. But when you head into the second inning program and when you head into the third inning program, this is when it starts to make a lot more sense. I probably wouldn't do this until we're inside the third inning program, to be honest with you all, because this is when it makes the most amount of sense. So in the third inning program, let's say you just created your MLB The Show account. You just missed out on first inning rewards and you just missed out on second inning rewards, and you're most likely not gonna have a chance to use those cards unless you pay an overpriced fee inside the community market, or if you wait until the 11th inning when the cards are finally widely available again through that inning program. So what I think they should do, which is something they did here, is add rewind packs. They did uniform events, and they also went ahead and did event diamond player choice packs that we had gotten previously in events. So I think they should just scrap all these uniforms out of the event rewards. I feel like uniforms are the most pointless rewards that they go ahead and give in the game, because if you already like your uniforms or if you make custom uniforms, all these uniforms are gonna do is collect dust. So if you really want to go ahead and give us uniforms to use, just bundle it up with the standard packs, because most of the times we're not pulling diamonds out of the standard packs, or bundle it up with the headliner packs too, because most of the times we're not pulling diamonds out of the headliner packs. So might as well give us something useful to, you know, at least feel happy about getting a guaranteed diamond item, even if it's not a player. So as the inning programs progress, I think in the event we should get like first inning bronze flashbacks and legends, second inning bronze flashbacks and legends, first inning silver flashbacks and legends, second inning silver flashbacks and legends. I don't know if I said second inning already, but you guys get the lingo. You guys get the gist. First inning gold flashbacks and legends, second inning gold flashbacks and legends, and you wouldn't put them all at one category either. For example, you could do first inning bronzes, flashbacks and legends, rewind 6 wins, and then do the second inning bronzes at 12 wins, 18 wins. You could do the silvers and then do the second set of silvers at 25, and you just continue progressing like that until you get to the golds. And the one thing I would not go ahead and put, unless of course the event has a crazy absurd amount of total wins you have to get, for example 80, I believe that's a crazy absurd amount, especially for a 6 inning event, I would go ahead and maybe add a first inning rewind pack and then a second inning rewind pack for maybe 100 wins, because that allows you to start picking up some of those diamonds you did not get, and it also allows you to get those diamonds in order to sell back to the community market. So it makes events a way to actually make good amount of stubs. Now another thing that I believe they should do to the overall reward system of events is make it a whole lot more competitive, and I'm talking about the unique event reward that we get in each game cycle. So if we go ahead and enter the events right here and go all the way towards the beginning of the event rewards, most of these cards that actually came out for the game weren't too competitive, and I think that they deserve to 100% be competitive rewards where players are looking forward to playing events and looking forward to grinding events in order to get these cards. So I think they need to go ahead and revamp the system where they are lesser still than the Battle Royale and Ranked Seasons rewards, because those are the actual competitive rewards, but they are not lesser to a degree that nobody would be touching them or using them. They are lesser to a degree that if, let's say, the max overall that came out for Ranked Seasons was an 87 overall, we should get an 85 overall diamond from the unique reward from the event, or an 86 diamond from the unique event reward. reward, and we should be able to use those guys inside our starting lineup or inside our starting rotation or bullpen, or even put them in the bench, but know that they are going to be usable cards instead of cards that just collect dust and are going to be used for collections, which collections are a beautiful thing that I think they do perfectly inside the game. And then last but not least, when it comes to the events, I think another thing we need to go ahead and permanently just establish is 3-inning events. Nobody is coming to events to play 6 innings, I'll be honest with you, and then have to grind 30 wins in order to go ahead and get that unique reward. I think 3 innings should be the max, and it should be locked right there. And I don't think there should ever be quick counts in events, because it's too RNG based. We don't come in here to play RNG based event games. We already play Battle Royale for that, where sometimes luck is all it takes for you to win. And even in ranked seasons, that is true to a certain extent, but when it's 9 innings, it's a lot more easier to go ahead and basically decrease the luck and allow skill level to really take over. Now, with that being said, you might be saying to yourself, all right, so the Showdown Vouchers sound pretty cool to get for events, but what happens if I got 40 extra Showdown Vouchers, for example? Hey, that's awesome. You went ahead and grinded events. You made the game mode a lot more playable. So we're gonna go ahead and reward you. Each Showdown Voucher that you have in excess that you didn't use in Team Affinity Season 1, for example, is going to be worth 250 stubs. You exchange 5 of them, or let's say 4 of them just to play it safe. That's 1k stubs. 1k stubs is not a lot at any point of the game cycle. It's not even good enough to enter Battle Royale. And 4 Showdown Vouchers, being 250 stubs each, is just enough to go ahead, or not enough to go ahead, but those are for 12 wins. Or you went ahead and got 3 wins 4 separate times in order to go ahead and get those 12 or 4 Showdown Vouchers, which is going to take a good amount of time. So getting 1k stubs, I think, is perfectly reasonable. And 6 Showdown Vouchers to get 1.5k stubs, which is a Battle Royale entry, I think that's perfectly reasonable. I don't know why I can't speak right now. Another thing I believe they should add is, you know, those diamond choice packs that everyone in Team Affinity, they go ahead and pick the same diamond twice, and then they're complaining on Twitter or on YouTube comment sections about, hey, I picked the same diamond twice, is there anything I can do? And our answer is always the same: the best thing to do is contact SDS. I think what they should do with that in the exchange section is to have exchange one of the players from that diamond choice pack, so let's say the duplicate you got, for that diamond choice pack to go to your inventory, and that would be perfect. That would solve it. I know they added a prompt to it this year, but just adding an exchange like that would make a lot more people go into the exchange tab, and who knows, maybe they're gonna see the exchange common players to bronze players, bronze to silvers, and silvers to gold, and say, hey, I have an abundant amount of extra players of these kinds, let me go ahead and exchange them for these packs. And you know, exchanges start being more useful once again. Another thing they could do is add bronze, legend, and flashbacks as a separate exchange, common to bronze, legend, and flashbacks, and make it, instead of it costing 2.25k, for it to cost 5k. So essentially you double it and then add some. Same thing, get silvers and legend flashbacks. Instead of 9k, it's gonna cost 20k. Double it and then some. Silvers to gold, instead of costing 36k, we make it 40k. Double it and then some. And then this is something that they had previously in a game cycle. I'm not sure which game cycle it was because I can't remember, but I do remember these packs existing. They used to have golds to Live Series Diamond exchanges. I don't know why they took it out of the game, but I feel like they can find a common ground to add it back in terms of the price and in terms of the overalls. So this is what I was thinking. I was thinking you exchange gold players in order to get a Live Series Diamond 85 to 89 overall for 300,000 exchange value. I think that's fair, and I think that if you go ahead and look at golds, an 84 overall gold is roughly 15k, maybe 16k exchange value. So you would need roughly 18 to 20 of those, which if you get them all at 1k, it's not going to be that expensive, but I highly doubt 84 overall golds are going to be selling for that cheap. So it's going to obviously force you to use a good amount of stubs in order to get those cards, unless you just have a bunch of golds laying around, or unless you work these exchanges up, which is great if you do, and that's what they want you doing. That's why it's inside the game cycle. And then I think they should add an 85 to 89 overall diamond exchange in order to get a 90 plus live series diamond card, which it doesn't guarantee you trout, it guarantees you one of however many 90 plus live series diamonds are, and they should make that exchange value 1 million. So there it's the riskiest one out of all, because if you get a crappy 90 plus, you end up losing stubs rather than gaining stubs for doing all those exchanges, unless you just had all those diamonds to blow. Then, you know, I wish I was you. But those to me are the biggest changes they can go ahead and make to this game cycle in terms of events and exchanges to actually make it a lot more useful and more attractive to a lot more players. I hope you guys did end up enjoying today's content. If you did, once again, hit that like button, red subscribe button, turn on the channel notifications, check out the description and pinned comment for my socials, as well as my other MLB The Show gaming channels, the Twitch and the Discord. And then last but not least, have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.